Welcome back to the Willow Forge and to the channel at Glen Forge. Today we're going to be continuing working on our piece of metal.
The skin steel for the katana.
Skin steel for the katana, yes. And we are going to give it a couple more folds. You said about 5 more?
Yeah, it needs to be folded and welded probably 5 more times.
Okay, cool.
And getting a nice compact billet now, but yeah, to get enough layers in it, yeah.
Awesome. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I hope you all enjoy. If you were born in Japan as a swordsmith, do you think you would enjoy it?
It would be a job, like, you know. I mean,
I feel like blacksmiths always had a good job security in the world. They've always had a pretty long life expectancy over, I would say.
well, you tended to be apprised that if somebody was going to capture an area, you wanted to keep the resources, and skilled workers were a resource. So
yes!
You might be enslaved, but they wouldn't kill you. There are enough stories of swordsmiths having secrets about, like, the temperature that you quench the water, the quenching bath for hardening the sword. That it's, by tradition, it's sort of warmed up. Some people will say about the temperature of bath water or body temperature water. And there are stories of students putting their hand in the quenching water to see what the temperature their master has put it in, and the master cutting the hand off with the sword that they were hardening because they weren't ready to give up that secret to that student.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, again, we're going to try and avoid that part.
Why?
You might need both your hands.
I don't know.
All right, I'm going.
My hand got so crisp in
Yes,
there.
that part was pretty hot.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I wore the gloves. I got a good question, so you can look for this. So have you made how many katanas have you made? I don't know if I know this.
Now, the problem I have when you ask me a question like that is that I have sort of made things along that spectrum. And I have made everything from blades that are the same shape and geometry as a traditional katana, but it was made out of monolithic modern steels, all the way to trying to replicate the whole process.
In general, let's say in general.
Well, it's a small number because I haven't had enough clients and customers to help with that. But say I've done maybe a dozen long blades that you could say were Japanese swords in that. If you want to say the all-out, entirely, totally traditional, and if you wanted to say it like how would a Japanese swordsmith look at it, he would say that I've never made a blade because I have never started with tamahagani steel that came from one of the furnaces. Why I go into this as being that it's a spectrum is what we're doing here will have a lot more of the elements of the tradition of making a katana, even though you can honestly say it's not exactly how it would have been done, say, 500 years ago in Japan, because we're starting with different materials and other things. But we'll have about 80% of...
That's good.
got the general idea. It's nice and smooth, and it's beginning to look like a very nice bar. You can see how together it is.
Yeah, it's.
Does it look like there's a tender
You
spot?
see that right there, kind of starting to happen.
Yeah, we might want to touch that up before we get into the next bit here. So
Yeah, we're gonna have to do another little repair job here because the handle's starting to come loose. So we'll go ahead and get this welded up.
this be hot. That wasn't too technical.
All right.
Straighten it out so I can weld
Yes.
get the handle in line with you. All right. Okay. Open that up. Don't want to open that up. And then we take the trip hammer marks out. Smoothing and also beveling. So you see how there's a crown in the middle now. And the edges are a little thinner. I'm angling the hammer as I do those edges. All right, now what we need to do is make the cut. So that's the next. All right. And you see, we have this little tiny piece. You'll save this piece. Stay. See how well trained it is. All right, little piece, we're going to go over. I'm going to actually spark test him and see what he is. That's mostly iron that has picked up a little bit of carbon. It's probably a little piece of the wrought iron that has started to pick up some carbon from the files. That's halfway.
It's no fun if I can't cut. There's no conflict.
All right, good. Now we're going to fold it. And when it goes past halfway, we'll take it out, put it on the anvil. All right, just past halfway. All right. Now wait a second, we can put a little bit of flux on it.
Oh, good old friend. Woodish.
Now close it up. You can just use the hand hammer for this if you need. hit that a little bit. All right, stop. All right, hit it again right there. Because it got a little bent. All right, stop. Now you see how it touches in the center and it has a little bit of a gap.
Yes.
And that way we can put flux in the gap. Ooh. And the stuff will come out. Isn't that a neat package?
So compact. So sleek. The new model.
The new model. But you also see how the ends are about even.
Yes.
And also that when you cut it halfway through, you get the exposed layers.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I kind of see the. I see the layers a bit more too. Yeah, those lines.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Gently, like right there. All right, that was, yes, it's okay, but that's what we needed to do. Now we need to put flux on it while it's hot. Get the flux out. And we'll weld a handle on it. I think what's been happening is I've been welding to a hot piece and the welds have been rather porous because of it, but that's okay. Yes.
How's that look?
It's looking pretty good.
Fortunately, I couldn't handle it. Get it? I couldn't handle it. Go up again.
Yeah, I saw it going. Yes. All right.
Stay on.
Well, this is the problem of welding to high carbon steel. It's not like welding mild steel. All right. All right, and because of the way I was forging it in the trip hammer, I have a little bit of a crown. You see how the center is higher than the edges, and that's because we're going to fold this thing up I'm just smoothing out those little ridges that the trip hammer made, and we'll have a nice smooth sort of lens shape as a scarf. Okay, that's not perfect, but it's actually pretty good when you see how the edges are nice and smooth. There's a little bit of a flake there, but that's okay. Well, one more right there. More. All right, one more. All right. Yeah, I want it to be even, so hit it where it's, yes. All right, I'll hit it straight down. All right, take it out. Now you're going to hit it straight down again. All right, we got to get it here. Let me hit it here. Comes off. It's about ready to come off. Yes. That's how it always is. We have made a hot dog bun. Isn't that beautiful? It's a hot dog bun. All right, just pour it in the hot dog bun. Just in the bun. All right. Now take your big hammer and close the, hit it straight down. Hard. All right, all right, all right. I gotta get that side. All right, hit it right at the end. That's it. Stop. More flux. Flux. Back. All right. That's good. This is about.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it.
Oh, sure.